Good morning, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your weekly reading. So welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Nicole. Pisces, weekly reading, December 11th through December 17th. Spirit said right off the bat, and I'm going to throw this out there and then I'll jump back and forth a little bit here. You cannot control an outcome. And I'm going to say this. I just get this feeling this week, water signs in general. So if you've got Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio placements in your main part of your birth chart, you may be facing a little bit of challenges this week. But I think that with perseverance and understanding of certain situations, you're going to be okay regardless. But Pisces, you cannot control the outcome. So we're going to dive in and see what that means. So with that, real quick, thank you to all the subscribers. For those of you who've donated and booked personal readings, and personal readings are open this week, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page, or you can visit me, excuse me, at holisticallyzenwb.com for a full list of products and services. So if you guys, find that the channel resonates, like, share, subscribe, comment, I appreciate all the ways you love and support me in what I do here. So thank you. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. So Pisces, let's see what's happening here for you guys. I think the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in any combination Spirit is saying is going to be very important. So if you're seeing those numbers, they could be a sign for you. You are the third sign, or the 12th sign in the zodiac, breaks down to a 3, and seeing that 1, 2, 3. So something very much around this energy. This also could be, Spirit is saying, it's like 1, 2, 3 jump. You could have jumped into something, not giving it a whole lot of credence. Either it's like, are you really seeing the full picture is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Today is I keep wanting to say the new moon in Gemini, and it's not. It's the new moon in Sag. I don't know why. For all of you signs, maybe go back 2 weeks and see what was going on and addressing it moving forward. But I keep wanting to say Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I don't know why. So go back to that full moon in Gemini we just had to. What has changed primarily in the last 2 weeks for you all. So, all right, Pisces, what's going on? Listen and productivity coming out in the reverse there. Spirit said there are challenges at hand here, Pisces. I'm telling you, like, there is something that I almost feel like you're a spectator. You could be sitting back and listening. You could be lending an ear to somebody as they're going through something right now. And throughout this week, and it's like you're really going to have to use some kind of discernment surrounding a situation and go, and Spirit just said, is this my situation to deal with? Don't take on other people's problems, Pisces. Brilliance. You guys, deep breath, Nicole. Preservation. There we go. Preservation, and that listen comes out again behind this brilliance. You guys have an extremely intelligent mind. There's so much that you are capable of giving and doing and seeing, and it's like almost eruptive. The way I see this is like a volcano in the shadows in the background up there. And it's like you have the ability to bring in amazing balance into situations. And for somebody else around you right now, that could be how they are seeing you, as like you're meant to come in and help them or assist them in some way. But Pisces, I would be cautious of this because I feel like, again, water signs in general, you should be protecting your energy at this point in time. And if you're giving too much, Pisces, to somebody else or something else, how much protecting of your energy are you actually doing? You should be, it feels like, in a space of incubation, of nurturing yourself, caring for yourself. This is a death and a rebirth of the processes in which you have learned in the past. And it's like somebody could be seeing your brilliance as a way to assist them and pulling you back into some kind of cycle from the past. I don't think that you're dealing with the same situation as you have before, but I will say that this can feel redundant. Understand too, if you're offering advice, which is weird that I get this from the preservation card, if you're offering advice, they're not listening. And that listen card came out, right? That they're not listening to what is, you have to say, it's almost like you're talking just to hear yourself. They're not tuned in appropriately. So, or Pisces, this could be you that's not, you know, tuning in to what somebody else is saying. But I do feel like this is more so someone else's energy of them not, it's almost like they're, I'm going to say this in a loving way, like they're using you, and they could just see you as a pillar of strength for them at this time, where they can vent, let out their emotions, you know, seek guidance from you, but to what cost for you, Pisces? So I would be very, very mindful of that energy. So let's see here. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles here, Pisces, is you being stable, being grounded, you know, and I think your last couple of readings, you were coming into a more centered space of yourself. People see that. People, whether, you know, you don't have to go out and announce it, that you're feeling good, you're looking good, you know, that you've got yourself together. People sense that. And when people are down and out, they see you as like, oh, there's a light within Pisces. Let me utilize that energy. I'm going to go to them for solace, or Spirit is even saying gratitude. Like, how do you, it's like them coming to you and going, Pisces, how do you move? How do you, how are you so sensible? How are you so grounded? How are you so intelligent? And kind of wanting to take some of that from you for themselves. So be mindful of that energy, okay? A lot of you could be throwing yourself into work at this time, mastering crafts as well. It does not have to be. So Pisces, let's see this week. I'm going to take both of those. Page of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. The Hermit here as well. And one more card for Pisces, please, Spirit. The Five of Swords coming out in the reverse. The Nine of Wands. You do not have control. Pisces, you do not have control over someone else's transformation. You can speak it, you can talk about it, you can flip it, reverse it, you can do whatever. But it's like this space in which you exist right now. It's like, to me, I said, you know, you could be giving to somebody else, and it's like they are turning down this offer. They don't understand the value in what it is that you're providing to them. And this can drain your energy. The Hermit in the reverse, to me, is lessons not learned, right? The Hermit has gone 1 through 9, and he has traveled this journey. He has learned so much in the upright, right? The Hermit in reverse is the repeat of lessons, and it does lead you back to a space of being that wounded warrior, feeling beat up, feeling tired, feeling worn out. But I also think that within a couple of weeks, by the end of the year at max, you're going to realize where you're giving that away for free. This Five of Swords in the reverse, I won't see it in necessarily a positive light, but it's like mistaking your kindness for weakness. And I think I just said that in Taurus's video this morning. There's a little bit of redundancy here, because it's like they're going to take. They're just genuinely takers. And I do feel like you could be dealing with an air sign or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Virgo, heavy on the Virgo here as well. But there's a need for this understanding of the lessons that you've learned. Like, don't continuously sell yourself short and give back to people that are not giving back to you. You want to be mindful of that. Like, I want to say, Spirit is addressing, like, you just got out of certain situations. 9:10 on the clock. Don't reinvest in these situations. And that 9:10 is an ending, right? 9 and 1 is 10. It's ending, a new beginning. Don't start this new beginning off right where, you know, don't pick up where you left off, essentially, right? Because it's not going to benefit you. So let's see. Let's do a little bit of clarifying here for you guys. For Pisces, please. What is this Page of Pentacles in the reverse? The Nine of Wands coming out sideways. I do, you know, this is like you taking on somebody else's energy. I see this as this person, not, or situation, doesn't have to be a person, right? A situation in general, that they're trying to pull themselves out of this, their own nine of Wands. like they feel wounded, they feel beat up. You bring in some kind of stability into their world. And so you're offering that, right? You're trying to give them that, but they don't even see the value in it. They just see this as a moment in time. 3 of Cups. They could be listening to, coming out sideways, by the way. They could be listening to other people, other things. They could like to party. You've got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. They're both very moving energies. It's almost like you're dealing with a child. You could be dealing with King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with somebody older than you, but I feel like you're also dealing with a child. You know, their maturity level is lacking at best. They may be in and out kind of energy, and I feel like, you know, you could be sitting at home doing your thing and they just kind of keep coming back in, you know, when it's necessary for them to kind of replenish and revitalize themselves, or what they think is. The Hermit, the High Priestess there, like you really need to follow your intuition, and your intuition, I think, Pisces, is screaming at you like, can you really hold this up? Do you really want to hold this up? Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure. Even if you don't see it that way, you may be taking it in stride, giving them everything that you've got in the moment. It's like if they call and you're in the middle of something that's important that you need to get done, likely to be putting down the phone or putting down that task to address their concerns or to address their needs or to be there at their beck and kind of call. It is going to slowly deplete your energy. And it's like waking up maybe 3 months from now and going, shit, like, I don't know if I can do this, because it's taking you down into emotional swell of depletion. So it's like the waters for Pisces is going to start to run dry if you continue to give to something that's not reciprocal, right? This preservation too, as I said, it runs dry. You see back here, there's like a water, which should be a water bed in the background, and all you can see is the stone. So you think about like a dam or a creek, whenever the water levels drop, you can see all the stuff that sits below the surface. Spirit is asking you to preserve your water energy, preserve your emotions, preserve, you know, your care, your nurturing, you know, the way that you tend to do. But it's like you're seeing, you could see a part of this situation or person from an empathetic standpoint of, I've been there, I've experienced this, I don't want this person to go this alone, or I will be their support, I will love them, I will give to them. But it's also understanding that they are responsible for their own peace. You are not responsible for their peace. Karma, the Judgment card, the 10 of Cups. To me, this is giving me the vibe of you wanting to heal them. So Pisces, I'll say to you, and I almost said Cancer, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. If you are dealing with somebody that is in need of healing, you can assist them to a point, but you can't do the healing work for them, right? And it's like you could see great potential and possibilities with this. As I said, Cancer, there's Aquarius and Cancer, the Chariot. You could be wanting to help heal this person or this situation, but is it yours to heal or take care of? What about you? So with this, what does Pisces need to know specifically for Pisces? What does Pisces focus need to be right now? What does Pisces focus need to be right now? Like you're Spirit just said, get the hell out of Dodge. You got to this point, Pisces, where you were able to release, move on, and move forward. And it's like Spirit's asking you again to release this, move on, move forward again. Because it's the perspective here is knowing that you've just come out of these losses, or this need to do things differently, to see it in a different light, to not leave yourself, you know, sitting out in this 5 of Pentacles kind of energy, because she's got the key, right? She's got the ability to open that door and get the hell out of there. So your perspective needs to shift. You need to move. Spirit is saying move in silence, but move for you. You know, and this 8 of Wands is like this incoming communication. For some of you, not all of you, this person, and I don't have any pentacles tied to this specifically, they could be asking for money. They could be asking for some kind of support, whether it's moral support, financial support, you know, again, depleting you energetically, whatever this is. But it's like, you know better than this. You've moved on and moved forward from a lot of situations. But have you learned the lesson? Have you learned the lessons that the Hermit has learned? Have you learned how to just sit within yourself? Because it's like there's something more to this, that it is going to be very challenging for you in due time if you don't recognize and trust your intuition on this. Because it's like, yeah, I've been there, but, you know, give it another try, give this a shot. It's like constantly working on something that doesn't put work back into you. So I would be very, very mindful of that. This Five of Swords in the reverse. What is this about for Pisces this week? Page of Swords. We're dealing with a lot of younger kind of energy. I'm going to tell you that this is I didn't even think about the fact that it was the Page of Swords until just a second ago, but they could have had their eye on you for a little while. It's almost like they were strategizing a plan, how to get into your energy. Four of Wands, the 1111 card. But these girls on this card are partying, they're having fun. This to me is saying, like, there's a little bit of underhanded deception here, in the sense that they made themselves front and center for you to give them attention, is how this feels to me. How do, you know, they could have, you could have had conversations with this person, found out, you know, it's like, oh, I like the smell of, I don't know, Calvin Klein perfume, cologne, whatever. And so then they go out, they buy it, they start wearing it. It's like almost like this researching you, understanding you, getting to know you, so that they can draw you in, is how this feels to me, okay? Nine of Pentacles. They may have been showing themselves to be completely put together in the end. You know, it's kind of like the honeymoon phase, if we're talking relationships here. Put together, oh yeah, I'm stable, I'm good, I'm grounded, and then all of a sudden you start to see the wheels fall off, and you're like, wait a minute. This isn't quite the same. Maybe they're going through a rough patch. Maybe I can assist them. Maybe I can love them. Maybe I can help them. They're looking to you for clarity, but in the same breath, like it's wounding you in the process. So, and it's like you seeing initial potential to a situation, but now it's like, their motives are becoming self-serving. Yeah, here we go. Eight of Cups, I knew it. Knight of Cups and Ten of Swords. Backstab, betrayal. Understand, Spirit just said, whatever this is, it's not loyal to you. So it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a job. It can be a situation. It can be some kind of collaboration. Pisces, you guys have worked too hard and come too far. And I said about that Eight of Pentacles back in the beginning. 10 of Wands here. The Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody is not willing to put in the effort that you are willing to put into something. So whether this is your work, you know, it's like, don't expect you from other people is really what this boils down to. Because you, Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Eight of Cups, you're going to continuously invest into this emotional stance, you know. So if it's a creative passion through your work and you're like, wait a second, this is getting old and redundant. If it's a person, it's going to get old and redundant, because no matter how much love you give, no matter how much you're giving to a situation, it's like it's not enough when it comes to the emotional fulfillment, whether it's for you or this other person. So it's like at some point somebody's going to have to get up and you know, execute an ending. And it will come. It needs to come, because it's like they're playing on what it is that you are capable of to their highest advantage point. Okay, so I hope that's making sense for you guys. Let's get you some advice. All right, Spirit. Advice for Pisces this week, December 11th through the 17th. What does Pisces need to know? Seeing beyond, birds of a feather. Watch who you're communicating with. Make sure you're sitting back from an objective standpoint as well. Again, trusting the need to trust your intuition, because if you sit back and you watch the way this situation is moving or evolving, you're going to know, like, this, again, is a redundancy. You need to see beyond that initial phase of whatever. So again, you know, when we go out dating or whatever, we always show our best foot forward, right? You can't, you want to, it's like people are trying to sell themselves. Like, these are my attributes and I have no negative qualities. This is kind of how this feels to me, is like, oh, here's all these positives. So this is the job offer. here's all these wonderful things, and you're going to get this and this and this and this and this. But then they don't tell you about all the shit that goes on behind the scenes that you're going to have to deal with in order to make that great salary. Is it worth the investment, or is it going to, are you selling your soul to the devil to make ends meet? You know, so it's kind of one of those dynamics, whether this is relationship, work, friends, whatever this might be, but it's not going to serve you in the long run. So what's the advice for Pisces this week, Spirit? Oh my gosh, they're throwing everything. Okay, well, I'm going to take it. Bearing fruit. You know, you are the gift here, Pisces, the Oracle's gift. You are the gift in this situation. And I'm going to say for a change, 12-12, look at this. I said about those threes, right? 12-12. There you are. There's the bearing fruit. Very important. Because this, I don't feel like this situation is really as stable as it once appeared, or it began to appear to you. Great and full. There you are, giving in that emotional sense. But you need to see what it is that you're actually giving to. There's more to this than you realize. And, you know, Spirit just drawed me to add up that 4 and that 36, which is a 13, right? 9? Yeah, 13, and that's a 4. It's about your foundations or seeing you as stable, that 11-11. It's like, oh, this is the person I prayed for. Okay, great, but what are you going to do to sustain it? Body and soul, listen to what your body and soul is telling you. Because I feel like, and then with this Merry Motive, in the depths of your soul, Pisces, you are fully aware that there's more than meets the eye with this situation. And this situation, this job, it's been packaged up, it's been bowed, it's got that pretty red Christmas bow. Like, let me show you all these wonderful things. And it's like they are coming in to attract, tantalize you, get your attention, play with that, playing on your emotions to get you to invest into it. So then it's kind of like this, I gotcha. Be careful of who you're dealing with this week, Pisces. Make sure you're seeing it for what it truly is, because if not, like, the love that you're giving out, it's going to be betrayed. The emotional energy you're giving out is going to lead you to this place of walking away, needing to walk away from a particular situation. I think a little faster than you'd hope. 2 to 3 weeks is what Spirit is giving me, so think about the time frames for you specifically. Pisces, be cautious. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm going to leave your message there. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I hope this message served you well. Personal reads are open and available. That information, again, is found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.